Hi, hello everyone. This is Dr. Abdul Pasha. I'm going to discuss about the course Electrical Measurements and Instrumentation. So here, today's topic, this is about what are the main applications and importance covered for electrical measurements and instrumentation case. So we will discuss some points. What are the things that should be described earlier? That should be the continuation. In the earlier lecture, we seen that how the instruments they will be useful in daily life and real-time applications. And we already discussed about some key points how the module formation will be takes place for this course. And now it is about some basic aspects. So here measuring instruments are basically used to determine the magnitude of a physical quantity or variable. So here physical quantities are different in kind. So based on that we will suppose it to be matched with the system. So these instruments plays a key role in various fields of engineering, like including science, engineering aspects, industry, and they will be providing suitable results, reliable data for analysis, and they will be directly or indirectly involved in controlling and the decision making process. So here the purpose served is to provide a physical means for determining the value or magnitude of a quantity or variable case. So measuring instruments can be broadly classified into analog, digital, and further extension they will be categorized by their function and principle of operation. So olden days we used analog meters. Nowadays all are digital in nature. Analog meters means they have a pointer. This pointer will move over the scale. So this is the scale arrangement. We have number of divisions on the scale. So based on that we will treat the or record the mechanism. Recording mechanism will be provided for measuring instruments. So this pointer will move by the friction or force. The internal arrangement is made. This is due to the torque establishment in that section, and it is associated with basically three torque phenomena: deflecting torque, controlling torque, and fixing torque. That means steady torque is developed to go with the instruments. So based on the torque phenomena, the pointer will move over the scale and it will be settled down at its required value. So this gives you the suitable results according to which. But nowadays all are digital in nature, and which gives the exactness. For example, if you treat a simple energy meter nowadays, which will records the total energy consumption over a day, that should be based on the time period aspects. That means the mechanism that should be recording is accurate in nature. That means even it can generate a points range 0.07, 0.568 like that. That means exactness, accuracy of the values we are getting through the digital meters. But if you go with the analog meters, you can only see the values which should be nearer to its aspects. Means we cannot get the exactness of the value. It may be due to the parallax errors, or due to the effects of the temperature coefficients or stray magnetic field effects, or due to the failure of the meters internally. We cannot we cannot highlight these things, but internally it maybe takes place. That may causes as one of the errors in recording mechanism. So that's why analog meters are disadvantageous. That's why everything nowadays, starting with our usage of energy meters, which are digital in nature, they should be scanned by the scanner. The person who is recording the number of units consumption for the electricity utilized, that should be happen usually per the monthly basis. So due to which we are getting the electricity bill, how many number of units consumed. That should be giving the exactness. So how many number of units it should be consumed, and what is the total cost that should be implemented for the total number of units. So these are the results we can obtain by the accuracy of these digital meters. So analog meters, if you consider, based on the revolutions of the disk that should be provided for aluminum disk, not only for this energy meter, like voltmeters, ammeters, and other cases also. Analog in nature means damn sure that should have the error in its recording mechanism. So that's why everything is modified with the digital chip based instruments that gives the suitability of the case. Now what is the main importance consideration for the electrical measurements means? So electrical measuring instruments are very crucial for different applications like scientific research, engineering and manufacturing, industry related, and your day-to-day life. Coming to scientific research, this should enable precise measurements for experiments and data collection process. So that means the accuracy that should be produced from the measuring instruments are very precise in nature. That means we are getting the accuracy of the values. So accuracy of the values means nearest to the point ranges also we can expect it to see for experiments and data collection. So in scientific process we are getting different values, different range of values means in that collection the accuracy is the best parameter to decide to go with the particular instrument. Next it comes to the case of engineering and manufacturing process, which will ensure accuracy and quality control processes and products of the equipments. So this will involves in manufacturing and engineering process means the results obtained by the measuring instrument should meet the requirement of the industry. So that should be in the process of control and production processes. And coming to industry case, this should be involved with monitoring and controlling parameters. There should be a mechanism for monitoring and control process manually or digitally in industrial process. Nowadays all are digitalized. Every information is sensed through the switch or button case, just like. So manual process is almost avoided in the industry process. Everything got automation and AI related components are added to the industry case. That's why the system automatically does its functionality and enables or senses the information to the next case. By that we can easily get the results from the system. In our day-to-day life or everyday life, we are observing the cases from starting with the clocks to the thermometers. Measuring instruments are very integral part of our daily life. That may be treated as a routine life. We are using a simple watch or wall clock, and we are using in energy meters, measuring the quantities of physical in nature, like that. Every system has directly or indirectly having the relation with these processes for electrical measuring instruments and other cases. Here are some common examples we can observe in our electrical terminology for measuring different quantities. Like you can see, you can go with the ammeters, you can go with the voltmeters, multimeters, temperature sensor devices, and pressure gauge equipments. So these are the regular equipments or devices we are treating as measuring instruments. If you go with the ammeters, they are capable of measuring the currents from small value of range, for example 0.1 amperes to large rating 1 kiloamps also. That means that should be done with the ammeters case. Ammeters are ready to measure the currents. If you go with the voltmeters case, this is also same, small value of voltage to highest values of voltages we can obtain with the voltmeters case. And coming to multimeters means they can capable to measure either current, either voltage. So both it can ready to measure and it can also be useful to test some simple components. That is the main advantage with the multimeters. Nowadays all are digital multimeters. They are using, they are feeding a simple battery power supply. they can able to run and they can access both ammeter and also the voltmeter. So this is the beneficiary or advantage behind using the multimeter case, connected by a simple two probes and getting the reading on the display with a digitalized manner. Coming to temperature sensors. Temperature sensors comes under the transducers case. For converting one form of energy into another form of energy, temperature sensors will act. So based on the atmospheric conditions, it may be hot or cold or frozen conditions, this should be easily detected by the temperature sensors. So they have the severe involvement in considering the accurate results. Coming to pressure gauge. So you can also calculate the pressure coefficients that should be measurable with a suitable range of pressures. It should be in excess manner. That means we can record a range of values with the pressure gauge equipment. So all these instruments or devices which are treated as common examples nowadays we are using in the measurement systems, maybe directly or indirectly involving in any one of the applications. Ammeters, voltmeters, multimeters, temperature devices, measuring devices, pressure measuring devices, all these are. So even though they are developed, they should be classified based on our requirement. For smallest values of ranges, the range of equipment may be differs. And for largest values of measurements, the range that should be designed based on that criteria. As per our requirement, what is the suitability for the application and the requirement case, we are going to see the meters or instruments. They are supposed to give the suitable results like ammeters, voltmeters, multimeters, whatever it may be temperature sensing devices or pressure gauge equipment. They all supposed to be designed to make sure about getting the results from minimal value to maximum value. So due to which these instruments are capable of getting accurate results. But we cannot generate all the range of values with all the quantities at a time in a single device. So we should select based on the range of quantity that should be given. So based on the suitability, it may be selected to get suitable measurements. And what are the applications basically treated means it should be treated in troubleshooting and maintenance. That means instruments basically like multimeters, ammeters, voltmeters, they supposed to use it to diagnose or identify the problems in circuits and equipment by means of voltage measurement, current measurement and resistance measurement. So all these factors are readily measured by all these multimeters and other meters they supposed to design in the system. And coming to the system monitoring and control, they can monitor and operate regularly with the electrical and electronic systems, ensures that they will operate within the desired or prescribed limits. Coming to the quality control equipment, we use in manufacturing system and use it for the product testing and the compliancy checks. They ensures that they meet the quality standards easily, very easily. So all these are the suitable applications we will treat for electrical measuring systems. And coming to power generation case, in power stations also we are using measuring the quantity, how much amount of power is generated and what is the requirement to meet the standards of the limits. All these should be recorded in a separate sheet. And they are also used for data recording, how much amount of power is generated, how much amount of power is transmitted, and is there any loss coefficient. All these parameters we can easily recorded by these measuring instruments. And also we can make the diagnosis, that means fault detection also easily we can make sure about in measuring systems with the various parameters. They are very essential for the generation of electricity. Starting with the generation to identifying the loss coefficient, all the measuring instruments are very suitable to the design case. And coming to design and development case, they are very crucial for designing new equipment in electronic circuits and systems by providing precise measurements of electrical properties. And they are also considered in safety case, which plays a key role in identifying hazardous conditions, and protecting the systems from the damage of the system. So all these parameters to make sure about the equipments to operate in a prescribed limits. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.